Hey everybody, Wrenching with Bob. I've got a new one for you. This is a steering head adjustment, and this is something that is supposed to be done at the run-in check at 600 miles by your dealer. And in my case, unfortunately, they didn't do it. And I only found out because I started noticing a problem. Problem is here's the steering head. Steering head stem is here. And the problem that I was noticing is was one that you can sort of hear and feel. And basically, it was if you go over a speed bump or over a manhole cover or whatever, you hear sort of a clunk, a thunk. And it's a pretty sharp kind of a feel. And what that is it's the steering head stem rocking in there because the bearings aren't tightened up against that sleeve, up against that cylinder. And they're supposed to have taken that. Taking this guy off here and do an adjustment procedure. I already did it, and it did fix the problem that I had. And basically, what you're out to do is kind of the whole procedure here is to loosen the pinch bolts on the forks on the left and right, and then you can take this one off. This is a 12 millimeter hex, and once you've unscrewed that, then the entire handlebar assembly and everything here can slide up off the forks, and then you just kind of need to place it off to the side a little bit, maybe get some towels or something so you don't scratch anything up. And at that point you'll be down in here. At that point, with the light, at this point you're here, and you can see these two nuts right that have those two slots. And those guys are going to be loose. If the top one is loose, then these guys are almost for sure going to be loose. But at that point, basically, you can break those two free of each other, which is pretty easy. And then what you want to do is you want to tighten the bottom one down to 15 Newton meters. And tightening that to 15 Newton meters, for me, the trick was basically get the feel for 15 Newton meters. Basically, take a wrench set to 15 Newton meters and tighten something else like this. And you just want to kind of feel what that feels like, right? What does 15 Newton meters feel like? And then take a wrench that's the same length and put it on that nut, because if you're a BMW technician, you've got access to a special tool that actually fits down on there, and then you can actually tighten it with a torque wrench appropriately. And without that tool, you kind of have to simulate what the heck is 15 Newton meters when you've got a set of channel locks that are wrapped around that thing. So I just basically took channel locks and put it around there and tightened it to the same feel that I had from 15 Newton meters on a torque wrench. Once that's done, then you tighten the top one down. Tighten the top one down to, they say, 1 Newton meter, so they just want it to be snug on there. And then basically at that point you want these two slots to line up. And once those slots line up, then you put there's a little clip that slides down in those slots. So at this point, you're ready to sort of reassemble. So once you're ready to reinstall, basically this guy kind of goes on last. So you've got to reinstall the handlebars and everything. So you just slide those down, and you want to make sure that you get those positioned so that this little lip right here, this little groove, is just barely showing. At the top of where the clamp is. And then what you do is on this screw is you need to apply Loctite to the threads of the screw, but not to the whole screw. There's a spec. So the first 3 millimeters get no Loctite, and then 10 millimeters, 1 centimeter, gets Loctite. Then also on the underside of the head of this, you're going to lubricate that, and they say use PTFE lubricant. I use some wheel grease that I had sitting around. And then you screw this in. Once that's down, you screw this in, and this guy is 130 Newton meters. Yes, indeed, 130 Newton meters. 12 millimeter hex. And then the final piece is to retighten these guys. These are T40s, and they go down to 19 Newton meters, and on the left and the right both. And once you get that done, then you're all set, and you have done the maintenance that, in my case, the dealer should have done. So that's it, and hopefully that solves the clunk sound that and feel that you might have been feeling. Catch you later. Hope you found this informative. As they say, smash that like button and subscribe. Thanks.